Good morning. Welcome to the morning sit. It's the 11th of May, Monday morning. We'll be sitting for 20 minutes. You can sit for 5, 10, 15, 20, whatever is good for you. So, yeah, welcome. Good morning. A couple of days ago, I spoke about a Buddhist text that talked about the beginner's mind and having that a mindset. It also showed up something similar um, in in the Bible. I think when Jesus talked about um, how to enter the kingdom of heaven, and people were saying, "How do we get to heaven? Or how do we enter heaven? What is that?" And one of the responses that Jesus had about that was, "You must become like little children to enter the kingdom of heaven. And see the little children come to me." And what that was, to my mind, what that was alluding to, what that was talking about, was when you do look at a small child, their mind isn't tainted. They're full of wonder for the world. They have a joy in little things. You can give a small child a bunch of keys or something, and they'll play with it, and they will touch it, and they will move it around, and they'll just look at it. And they can be fascinated by it for quite a long time without ever wanting to put it down. Then as adults, we come along, and it's just part of our education and our conditioning. We say, "Oh, it's keys." We start giving them words to describe their reality and saying, "That's keys." And then the brain has this word called keys, and then it sees these things and says keys. And so it says, "Well, I know what that is. I don't need to think about that anymore. That's just keys. Put them down. I want something new to engage my mind and to investigate." So we give our reality a bunch of labels that says that's what that is. And so we go through a lot of our day without stopping to wonder, without stopping to take in how awesome and amazing and crazy this world is that we're living in, that it's got beauty in every single moment. It's got uh, new moments that are changing. It's constantly changing. And so we're invited to come into the moment. I think that's what maybe Jesus was talking about, was, become like little children, that they are in heaven in a way, in that they are completely in the present moment and in the power of that moment. And it's heavenly when you are in that moment of pure, utter engagement with a flower, the face of another human being, uh, a mountain top covered with snow, a tree in autumn changing its leaves. There's all of these moments of beauty around us. And our labels take us out of the moment because we know what that was, and our brain is off thinking about the next thing. So, um, so today, see if you can notice when you're putting a label on something, and drop it if you can, to let yourself be fully with that item that you've given, that person, that moment, that experience. Say, "Oh, I've done that before. I know this." We don't really know it. It's a totally new experience, or it's a totally full experience that can engage us in that moment. And if you're in any doubt about that, you can take an example for yourself and have a play with it, and just consider something as simple as an orange, let's say, um, and try and go and describe what an orange is in its taste to someone else. Let's say that, just even to pretend that you've never tasted an orange before. Say, "Well, what's an orange like?" And say, "Well, it's kind of like a lemon, but it's not as sharp. It's, well, is it like a grapefruit? No, it's what about a pink grapefruit? That's not quite so sharp. No, it's not like that. It's like It's an orange. It has its own very unique, completely unique, distinct flavor. But to try and put words in to describe that flavor. So we have this thing called a label in our head called orange, but to actually describe it, its flavor, there isn't any real words because it's uniquely itself. It's, and even if say to mandarin, it's a close relation maybe, or a tangelo, but yet they are completely distinct, different tastes, different experience. So yeah, next time you see an orange, maybe just think about that. Think about how limiting words are to truly describe our reality. It's, yeah. Anyway, that's just my little thought for today. Have a beautiful day. Maybe have an orange today. Till the next time.